Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. In today's video, we're going to be trying out a new styling technique. This is actually from a video that I saw here on YouTube. I'm going to have it linked down below, as well as the girl's channel who did it. I don't remember her name, but basically she filmed getting her first curly haircut and showed how the stylist styled her natural curls. And it was really interesting to me because I haven't seen anyone style natural hair like that before. And it was a professional, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try this on my own hair. And I figured I would film it for you guys just for fun, trying something a little bit different. So before we get into the video, I would love if you consider subscribing down below. And let's just get into it. I'm gonna show you guys the products that I chose. Just a few simple products because she really didn't have too much in the way of styling products in that video. So I'm gonna part my hair. Okay, basically what she did first, after she was done cutting the hair and everything and was ready to style it, was section off like the top crown sort of area of the hair, and then she clipped it off. So I'm gonna grab my cloth. It's in the shower. She said she wants her hair to be really, really wet, which I generally like myself, but I want to make sure it's definitely wet enough. So the only thing that it actually showed the stylist using in that video was like a cream that was supposed to be like a hybrid between a cream and a gel and give you that nice cast. But I do have creams that will give me a little bit of a cast, even though I don't have that product. So I'm gonna use what I have. But I always like to start out with a leave-in in my hair because I just find that it's a nice base for other products to go on top. So I am going to be using this Ouidad Curl Shaper 3-in-1 Revitalizing Milk. I'm just going to use a small amount since this is the bottom section of my hair anyways, and not my whole head. And I'm just going to kind of smooth this over and like rake this through my hair. I'm just kind of putting this one in however, and then we'll put the cream in how she did it. Okay, so what she did is she broke the hair up in sections. I think we're gonna do about 4 sections because that's about how it looked for her. She grabbed her product. I'm gonna be using the Verb Curl Cream today because this is one of the thicker, better hold products out of my curl creams. I am not gonna use too much because this is a small section of my hair, but I do wanna use enough to where the product really glides through my hair because that's what she did. She said to make sure you're using enough product. She would basically just rake through the hair and kind of creating these like clumps almost with her fingers. No scrunching yet. I'm not going to be too picky about these underneath sections because it's the top sections where she's really detailed with it. I'm going to put that back, add a bit more product, and we'll continue that around the rest of my hair. She did mention that this helps with frizz, which is what really intrigued me because I know a lot of you guys struggle with that. We're gonna take this top section down next. I am realizing now that I'm doing this, that I remember her not like finalizing the part until the end, but I don't wanna lose this because it's hard for me to get that part back once I have product in my hair. Anyways, with this top section, she was a lot more careful with it. She took a lot smaller sections and did it just a little bit differently. And she was kind of making the clumps smaller as well, if that makes sense. The sun is starting to go down, so the lighting is getting worse, but I'm gonna hurry. Kind of take this first section here underneath. This is hard to do on myself. It looked easier when she was doing someone else's hair. Just grab a little bit of product, just a small amount. And she sort of just like raked the product through the hair like this. She was pulling the strands up, and this is supposed to help with volume. You know, I think we're gonna have to move the camera, you guys, because the sun is just, it's moving down too fast. And then laid them down the back of her head. So I'm gonna move the camera and then we're gonna keep doing this with the rest of this top section. All right, if the first part of this video's quality was horrible, I genuinely apologize. I just wanted to switch up the background a little bit, but maybe that wasn't the best idea. Moving on to these top sections, I'll show you again what I was saying. So section about that big, we'll take a very small amount of product. It didn't show her always grabbing product, but I'm guessing that was just too short in the video. Up off the scalp, and then just laying that down. Okay, and then once she got to these very front sections here, she was actually like kind of separating them with her fingers individually. So I'm gonna add the product and then I'm gonna kind of do what she did and like separate little pieces with my fingers. And you can kind of see it's like my hair is kind of lifted off my roots there a little bit and like with the back sections. So I'm gonna grab pieces here in the front and she just sort of individually separated them like this. There we have it. This is kind of what she did. What she did is she used some sort of like microfiber towel to kind of squeeze the hair and like scrunch it. I don't have that, so I'm just gonna use like a soft t-shirt. She sort of pulled the hair off of the head like this in sections and just scrunched with the towel. In my case, it's a t-shirt. So she didn't even really scrunch with her hands, honestly. I'm trying to get up in there to the scalp. Okay, so you can see there is quite a bit of volume at the actual root. As far as throughout my hair, not so much, but I'm gonna diffuse now, doing it the way that she did, which is basically the same as the kind of scrunching technique. She really just pulled sections off of her head like this and diffused. So I don't know if she used the diffuser to dry her hair completely, but personally I find that you get better results if you don't do that. So I'm gonna diffuse to about 50% dry, I think, and then we'll let my hair air dry. Hopefully we'll get a cast and then I'll show you how she finished off. All right, so I don't know if she used heat, but we're not going to, just to be safe. I have it on a full setting. She just kind of did the same thing. Okay, this side is getting there. It's still pretty damp though, but that girl had much curlier hair than me, and you can kind of tell if you watch that video. I'm starting to think that's why it looked so good, because my hair is just like wavy, so I don't have as much like definition, but we'll see, we'll see. Let's move over to this side. All right, I'm gonna kind of shake my hair off the back of my head. I don't want it to be like sticking anywhere weird. I do feel a bit of a cast like forming already. I'm gonna show you guys the back of my hair and then I'm gonna let it finish air drying before I finish styling. She definitely did have this sort of like separated look. And we'll be back. Okay, so hours later, my hair is finally completely dry. And while I do have a little bit of a cast, my hair isn't looking super defined at this point. We're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna use my Prose hair oil. What she did with her serum or oil was basically just smooth it over the hair, kind of gently, not roughing it up, not scrunching really, except for maybe a little bit at the end. So we're gonna try that. Take about as much as I usually do, and then she sort of just grabbed the hair like this and went over it enough to kind of break up any cast, but didn't really scrunch, except for maybe just a little bit like this right at the ends of the hair. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. And then what she sort of did for volume was kind of put her hand into the hair from the back of the head like this and just do sort of like a massaging motion. I've done similar things to this when I don't want to shake my roots too much to like break up clumps. All right, guys, this is pretty much all she did. I am really feeling like I need to scrunch my hair. It's just kind of bugging me. I don't know. I feel like some of these front pieces turned out pretty because they're really defined and there's no frizz. But then the underneath pieces of my hair really just kind of fell flat. And it's not that it really looks bad, but then also at the top here, we just really don't have very much volume. Maybe it's because I let my hair dry with the middle part like this, but that's what she did, so I wanted to try it. I feel like maybe this is gonna work better for somebody with curlier hair. If you just naturally have more shrinkage to your hair, this might work better for you because it looked really beautiful on the girl in the video. Again, sorry that I don't remember her name, but I do have a little bit of halo frizz like here. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera. I really just wanted to try this out and see how it was gonna look on my hair. I'll show you guys the back. I thought it would be interesting, but I didn't have overly high hopes for this. I figured it could go either way. So at this point, I'm almost considering doing some actual scrunching now and kind of like shaking my hair up a bit, maybe flipping it over, seeing if I can get more volume, even though she didn't do any of that, just because I'm not loving this look for myself, if I'm being honest. Again, I think this is gonna be better for curlier hair, which makes sense because her hair was curlier than mine. This looks a little bit better. The time that this took to actually style was pretty similar to the time that it took me to use the Denman brush. Not the clumping method that I did, but the actual just traditional brush and swoop kind of method with the Denman brush. Maybe I could have done some things differently, but at the end of the day, I just don't think it's really for my hair. By the way, you guys, if any of you are curious about the fading on my color, again, it's these underneath pieces here that are kind of fading, but the rest of it really isn't bad. I'm pretty impressed actually with the fact that this is my third time washing my hair since dyeing it, and it's still looking pretty good. It's still looking pretty dark, so I'm really glad about that because I didn't want it to fade too fast. Once it does, I do have something else I want to try for dyeing my hair. I might do a video on that as well, but I don't want to keep rambling on about this. So I'm going to let you guys go. Definitely like a little better with the side part. Thank you for watching this kind of random video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I am spending my time doing a lot more hair videos right now. If you guys want to subscribe down below, I would really appreciate that. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what else you would like to see from me, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.